things are thick. Me, I told you, remember telling guys, I reached a point where I was suicidal.
What was going on in your life, bro?
Hey, it was tough. It was a lot. Like the relationship I was in was, things were just going south. Completely. The job boy here, everything is going south. So I'm fighting so many things. I was crying literally every day. Every day I was just... I remember even the person I was with that time, I went and held her and I told her, I'm not seeing. Things are going south. Like I cried on her shoulder, I cried. So I remember that day I went to church. Then I went to see my mom. Then it was another ex's birthday. I even texted her happy birthday. Twice. That was the day. I remember May 7th. I was going to end my life. I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I reached home. I took an Uber. Even the Uber guy made me laugh, first of all. That was a funny thing. It was a hilarious conversation. But I was looking at this. I was like, if you knew what I was going through. He dropped me like, Kwaheri, Mungu akubariki. I was like, yeah, indeed, anibariki. So I texted my mom, like, Mom, I love you very much. I go to the house. I was just like, I took a knife. It was a black knife. I put it on the table. First I went to the kitchen and I was like, hey, it's about that time. Me, I'm done. Something stopped me. I don't know what stopped me, but something stopped me. It's God and my mom's prayers. But funny enough, the people who knew and guys who had, they laughed at me later on. In my face, akipole, nini, some boys were like, wait, Fred, usijaribu kufanya kitu kama hiyo. Usijaribu. Later on, I had guys were laughing, so I was like, so why did they actually open up to me?
Did anybody ask you why? What made you reach there? No.
Only limited only people who asked me.
Yeah.
My sisters. Shout outs to them. My sis called me the next day and shared that story. Because I didn't confess to my mom. I was like, Mom, Jana.
Ndio ilikuwa mpango.
She was like, wait, what? What are you saying? I'm like, yeah. She called my sis. My sis told me, come to my office.
Yeah.
No. Come. So I went to her office and I got help from my family.
Did you ever feel like, hey, man, I really want to talk to someone? And, like, what was like for that? Were you looking for someone to speak to? And, what was going through your head now, before you even feel like, man, I'm done?
I was first of all, I was very scared of even just talking about it. Because I was going to places I'm seeing, these guys are thriving,
they're happy.
You don't know when to bring it.
I'm like, should I? No. Should I? Will they listen? Will they laugh at me? And at that time you're going through all these things. First of all, the people you've told, wamekucheka.
Na wengine wameenda kukusengenya.
Alikuwa jiwe. Umesikia story? Those things. And you're like, wait, what? So I had it. It came to the most unusual source, my mom. And I didn't know, as in they were like, my mom came and told me, yo, what's up? This is what is being said about you. You're my son, me, I'll penda you to the end.
Yeah.
So shout outs to my auntie Gertrude, my mom, Faith, Sandra, Michelle, my whole family. Those were the guys I felt safe with. And Peter.
They rallied behind you.
I really felt safe with those guys. In fact, my boy Peter called me that day. He's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at the house. He's like, I'm coming. He didn't have bus fare, by the way, to go back even. He just came. Like, the rest will sort itself out. And he sat there with me the whole day. We went to see my mom. And before I even talked about it, I was just like, okay, what will guys say? Everyone is always just looking at DJ Absolute.
He's the fun guy.
Because you bring fun to the party.
And you never know what people are going through.
So it was DJ Absolute.
And to cut you short a little, let me say something, and you're going to get mad. Kenyans are bullies. Kwanza hii kitu inaitwa social media is a big problem. Is a big problem. Yesterday, someone said they went to join the Illuminati, and I'm about to apologize. I'm really sorry for that. You don't even know if that person is going through a mental breakdown. You understand? Yesterday, what did we do? We trolled that person. In fact, when you're in the media, you are somewhat not a human being. You stop being a human being. Kidogo. You should talk to Barbara one day from the adults in the room. Someone used to tune into her show every single day to tell her nose is big. How many times have you told me here my stomach is big? I need to do sit-ups. I'm like, do I owe you a six-pack? Me, I was hired to come and entertain you. Calm down. You just take several seats. You need to stop bashing each other. We are going through a lot. The state of our economy is bad. Guys are going through issues at home. Guys have PTSD just from being Kenyan. Chill. Chill. Chill.
When I talked to my mom, I broke down. Like, I cried. Especially that night when I was planning to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And I cried that much. I cried. Like, I cried so much. I was on the floor. I slept on the floor of the kitchen. I cried that much and I was just like, God, what is this? I didn't even understand what was going on. Even for me, I was not understanding myself. I was trying to understand myself, but I was not understanding myself. And I was like, hey, this thing is tougher than I thought. And I just used to see guys at Yonasamano commit suicide. I'd be like, how is this guy committing suicide?
What is that feeling? Is it like a feeling of just unable to do anything
like
about this?
I think it's finality. Is it finality?
You feel so hopeless. Because I was like, hey, my sisters are doing well. These guys are doing nini.
Well, am I the only one who's struggling?
Yeah, that time, you're broke. You're on this other side, relationship side, things are pungulu.
It's like everyone else is doing okay.
Yeah, and then and that time, you're being ridiculed.
Yeah.
But
I love that you're saying, we always ask because you want a certain answer. What made you want to commit suicide? It's never as simple as that. It's not the one thing. You understand what you're saying? It's many things and then all at once. So that's why I keep telling people, be kind. You understand? You don't know if this person was one small dome away from taking their life. One, because we're not going to blame this guy's workmates. I've seen you trashing his workmates. They are cruellas, they are evil witches with capital B's, right? But maybe it's not just them. Maybe they waliongezea kwa,
We there's a time we were playing football somewhere in Karen, and there's this psychologist who came to speak to all the players before the game started because it was about mental health. And he said, actually, statistically, women think about suicide more than men.
Yeah.
It's only that men get it through.
Yeah, go through with it.
But the thing is this, supposing you had a dirty house, yeah? This is your brain.
Yeah.
You have a dirty house and your friends say, Niaje, we are at the door. What do? You quickly gather all the dirty things, put them maybe in a kabati and close it. Then people come, they're like, your house is okay. So nobody sees the dirt.
They see the clean side.
The clean side. The next day, wakuje tena, unaongeza the little things, unaongeza kwa hiyo kabati.
Yeah.
What does it do over time? That kabati inaendelea kujaa with a lot of things they haven't dealt with. So, one day, utatupatu hata socks moja kwa hiyo kabati imejaa. And it... And that's what happens to our mental space. It is a series of things we haven't dealt with. So that unasikianga sometimes, ati mama amefanya nini mtoto because of 50 bob. It's not the 50 bob. It's a lot of things. That 50 bob is just the last straw. It's like a little thing that just tips the scale. Absolute. For someone who has suicidal thoughts, how can friends help? How can, what kind of help?
I think the first thing which I did, I went to the one person who I know will never judge me.
Your mother.
My mother. That one, I was like, okay, if I have to say something, it's her. And your mom will never
change. It will never change, yeah.
It will never change.
It's unconditional.
I went, I talked to my mom, I told her, hey, I'm about to tell you something. It's going to shock you. And she was like, what was it? I was about to end my life yesterday. And she was shocked. We stayed in silence for like 15 minutes. She looked at me. And she was like, you're my only son. Wacha watu wengine wasikupende. Mimi nakupenda. That thing made me cry.
So reassurance.
There was reassurance, and there was, no matter what you are, or we judge people with the cars they drive, he has a good job, but ule mse yako pale chini anatembea.
Yeah.
And you don't know what he's going through. Like this DJ, we didn't know what
we actually don't know what he was going through.
But can you imagine how painful that is? Yeah. That you're the life of the party, like you put it, Brian.
He's a DJ.
You're the one who is
when he shows up, it's good vibes.
And this job of ours is very scary sometimes. One day I went for an interview, sorry to cut you short, Absolute, and someone told me they can see gaps in my CV. I work for a media house for 2 years and I leave. It's so, let no one lie to you about the pomp and glare. The media in Kenya is so negative. And not a particular media house, all of them. Because I've done my rounds. Negative. Management, people talk to you the way you're not a human being. And I'm not saying people to deal with you with kiddie gloves. So imagine, umetukana na boss wako, PC wako amekutukana, you're going on air, he doesn't like you, he wants to frustrate you. You come here, the listener, you've said something. Umetukana hapo Yolanda, you are fat, you are this, menda nyumbani, pengine hatujalipa bill flani, me and my husband are having issues. Can you imagine this person? And I'm supposed to come here and what are we told? Yolanda, energy, Yolanda, smile. Maybe I don't feel like smiling today. Maybe I want to come here and have a sad, sappy story, but I have to, you understand? Yeah. It's the job that I chose. So it's all I'm trying to say is just be kind to people. If you must be bad to that person, keep quiet.
If you have nothing good to say, don't say
just
anything.
Be quiet.
But for the gentleman,
For the guys,
Find someone you can talk to.
let me tell you, my mom was my safe space. Then my sisters, because I knew them.
Someone maybe who doesn't have
Someone who
a mom, maybe you have no mother, your mother passed away. Do you think a spouse could play that role?
Yes,
Absolutely.
a spouse
Spouse
could
has
ask-
to.
A spouse
Has to.
She's your
person.
If you don't have maybe mother, father, nini,
Yes.
and
That's
they
why
could
marry
do-
your friend.
Yeah.
Marry your friend.
Marry your friend.
They will
Yes.
they will do anything to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell your spouse. And if it's about your spouse, now look for that close friend you can complain about your spouse. You have to trust your secrets with somebody.
And then let me tell you something. If you don't trust anyone, because sometimes we put a lot of burden on our friends and our family. Some people are not professionals. I don't know what to do with you when you come and tell me. You understand? I can just hold you. Like when you lost your girlfriend last year. You came here and you broke down in the studio. And when you broke down, Brian and I, Amiliota and I held you and cried with you. That's the best we could do. But what did I tell you? Absolute. I've never helped anyone through a grieving through the grieving process. I told you, go for therapy. I told you, I Googled, I spoke to people. Here are the numbers. Look for someone closest to you, because sometimes we are not equipped. Nikusaidie. What was I supposed to tell you about Fiona? You understand? So we are going to put the burden on our family. Oh, my friends are evil. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I think each media house must have some psychiatric element to the talent on air.
Like you see me,
this is one death too many. And this is not the first guy. Remember, what was his name? Saliva Vic.
Yeah.
Saliva Vic, the other presenter who committed suicide as well.
Like me for
Allegedly.
Me, I went for, like, after that funeral and in, I came and told my sister, I'm not okay. I need professional help. And I went and got those services. I even told Yolanda, I'm going to go for counseling.
Yeah, he's been going.
Yeah,
They even draw and do homework.
Like we have homework. It was so different from the usual thing. Like my pal will tell me. Like her perspective was so
Professional is good.
Yeah, it was different.
To get professional.
Yeah,
If it's too much.
Yeah, we would pray and do that. But one thing I can say, don't hold it in. That thing lipukas in a way you cannot explain.
Salute, you know what? Personally, I'm proud of you for getting through that tough time. And I hope your story really inspires other people to, have the courage to, talk to someone. Face the things that are really troubling you.
Yes.
There's nothing shameful about a man crying. Nothing shameful about you admitting you're going through a tough time. Find someone you can talk to.
Yes.